Let's just search Heather then. Go for the obvious.
One of the victims, the survivor, she was named Heather.
Gardner.
I think I knew a Heather growing up. I can't remember though.
Interesting. Convenient, but interesting.
After clearing the house, paramedics arrived, went inside. We then established identities from the victims belonging to the house. I now know that the victim I found alive was Heather Gardner. As mentioned, she was alive, barely breathing on her side, and we got a partial heartbeat when we found her. She had a lot of cuts and other wounds, and we immediately rushed her to St. Michael's Hospital in critical condition by the EMTs. She must have been a fighter, though. We pulled the skin from under her nails, and she had bruising on her arms and other defensive wounds. Maybe she'd fought back in the living room when she confronted the attacker. Rick, she was in bad shape. I honestly can't believe she's alive. Must have been quite the attack.
I don't know, man. You said cuts. The way you identified it didn't seem severe, just a bit blasé, really.
Heather was in critical condition when she arrived. I honestly didn't think she was going to survive when I found her.
Her hair was singed slightly too.
Burns.
These damn power surges. Ever since lightning storms have been happening all this month, I'll talk to maintenance.
The place is falling apart.
Time to hit
What
up.
was it he said then?
Heather was in critical condition when she arrived. I honestly didn't think she was going to survive when I found her.
Her hair was singed slightly too.
Interesting choice, okay.
These damn power surges. I'll talk to maintenance.
The place is falling apart.
Time to hit up city council for some cash.
Guess that will work, right?
Oh, I forget. Because I've already forgotten the other one I was meant to search. We got Burns. That could be a cover story. But again, one person can't do all this unless they were... What was the other thing about Caleb that I wanted to search that was an obvious thing to search and I can't remember it? So annoying.
The victims in the living room, or at least from what was discernible, possibly indicated someone had mutilated the bodies while they were living, or as corpses. There were remains, blood, everything strewn about the whole room, aside from two of them. The photos show exactly what we came across. I just can't imagine why or how they could have ended up that way. Unclear if there was a struggle in the room at this point. It looks like the window glass was shattered or blown out too. The preliminary timeline is being formulated.
Wait, do you think someone shattered the windows from the inside, or something blew up inside the room, killing them?
Deliberate shattering seems unlikely, but we can't rule anything out. Maybe an explosion went off. Sure. I don't know.
Power
Maybe
surge?
there was a gas leak in the house, but fire damage was minimal. Maybe from the candles. There were knife wounds and gashes too, so someone must
Knife.
have done that to them up close and personal.
Yeah. I guess we just don't know yet.
As I said, it's got to be more than one person if it was... But then... gashes... is more of an instrument situation. Also mentioned candles. I don't know if that's relevant. Lights on in every room. Why am I not getting this evidence they promised me? Where's that dude's messages? I hope the extent of the victims. Hopefully it's just a glitch, not sure why it's... Make sure you're connected to everything. Okay. Oh, he's a bit annoyed there. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you forced me to do your health check now. So what?
Okay.
The toxicology report, positive for illicit drugs, high white blood cell count, swabs from hands inconclusive. Blood type AB, positive, with a note. Old and fresh scarring throughout, blisters and burn marks on back and feet.
So my foot's a little swollen and has some bruises. There's no law against that, is there? I've been walking for a while, and I think you got the diagnosis wrong. Those blisters, the burn marks, scars, whatever, they're probably just sores from being outside in the world, sleeping rough every night. I told you I remember hiking for a while. Maybe I'm a diabetic. They have foot problems like that, right?
Maybe you're a crackhead. Seems like the old crack walk to me. Rick, what do you think?
Ugh.
I'm sure that would have come up in the blood you drew from me. I still want to know if that's legal, by the way. You want to see? All right, fine. Yep, those are some gnarly feet. Tomatoes, tomatoes. They're blisters, who cares? And a high white blood cell count? Isn't that good news? Fighting an infection, I assume. I feel like I'm a little nauseous. I might be coming down with a cold. Nothing else then but a few positives for some drugs. Probably false positives, I might add. You're gonna charge me with getting high a while ago? Does Washington State even do that? Oh, and okay, I've got some scars on my back too. I'm pretty old, I'm not surprised. You wanna see some more? Huh? Do you?
Okay. I know I've said this before. Awesome, we got evidence. I don't necessarily want to keep looking at his feet, but it is what it is. If there's not some big reveal about what they're looking at, because it is really bugging me, and it is a directing issue, dude, if it's just they're reading the script, it could have been done so much better. They should have had the guy at the edge of the table and the script behind his shoulder. I don't know why, if that's the issue, they decided to do this, because it is so clear to me, unless there's some kind of big reveal, they are reading a script, because there is a lot to say. And that is also probably the reason that the acting is a bit meh. Specifically the policeman. I don't know how the police is getting his... but look, he's looking that way. Even the police officer in his deposition, Lieutenant Colton, he was looking that way. And there's just so many better ways of doing it. For example, in The Godfather, did you know that Marlon Brando was reading a script off of some guy's chest? No, because it was done well. Let's look at this evidence. Great, it's writing. What am I looking at? Lab results. Also, yeah, why are they asking if he's taken his tablets when clearly they know or not? What is the arrows for? AB positive, swab results on the hands, inconclusive. Why? Suffers from anemia. Okay, if he's homeless, then sure. High white blood cell count. Results indicate positive presence of illicit substances. Interesting. And recommends sample be run through the full drugs test lab. Recommended urinalysis as secondary procedure. Old and fresh scarring throughout, blisters, bruises, and exposure symptoms concentrated on neck, back, arms, and legs. He only mentioned the back and the feet. Neck, back, arms, and legs. I still maintain there was an explosion. Hands and feet show various minor wounds of unknown origin. Exposure and blisters, wounds also present. Unclear origin of old scars. New scarring, blisters likely partially due to exposure to heat. Likely. Partially due. Need to focus on those words because it's not definitive. Okay. What am I supposed to get from that?
Fine. Here you go. Don't say I didn't warn you. I hope you haven't eaten lately.
Oh my god.
Why can't I see it?
That.
What? What is what?
I don't know what that is. I can't see it. Oh, you're gonna give me a picture? That wasn't his... Okay. Oh, wow. I was expecting worse than that, to be honest. Gashes like the victims had, maybe? Maybe he was there trying to help? There's a straight line there. I don't know if it's because it's taped. I ruin everything, I know, I'm sorry. He looks like he's been sliced up. And he couldn't do that himself. Unless he fell on something. But if the others were sliced up, would it not make sense? But then he would have had to be... That's what I was going to say to you. St. Michael's. Alright, I need to position this freaking keypad. Right. Looks like a bit of a killer there, let's be honest.
What, so have some scars? People go through different things. We're all survivors. We all have our scars.
They're old.
You think you were in a fire at some point?
A fire?
And how many
Those are meant to be burns? What?
times? More like a pyromaniac or something.
Or torture?
Some of those look pretty fresh, too.
Do you mind if we take some photos of your scars?
Some of them look...
Kaylee already got a photo of that, actually. From the exam.
Kaylee?
That's part of it. And by the way, guess where else there was a fire? The house. A small one, but still a fire nonetheless.
You think it has something to do with the electrical storm we had last night?
Yeah, that was weird. Cleared out the remnants of the festival in town pretty quick, though.
Festival? So many keywords, man. I bet none of them work. Electrical storm. Haley. Festival.
Tell us some more. Those scars look intense. Remember ever being whipped before? You don't remember a single fire, right?
I don't know.
Does it hurt right now?
I mean, not really.
Not
I
new.
don't feel anything too different.
Still look fresh, too.
Really?
Almost like you spent way too much time in the sun. Or were around something really hot. Our crime scene's got a little bit of evidence of a fire. It does make you think.
Doesn't make me think. I'm sorry, unless these... Oh, for goodness sake. Unless these pictures don't match. What are you talking about that some look fresh? Which ones look fresh, mate? I mean, there's bruising there, I guess, but that could just be discoloration. Because it's all around the wounds. Which ones look fresh, dude? They're raised. Interesting how it doesn't touch the arms at all. If he fell back on something, you'd think it would at least get his shoulders as well, or the partial back of the arms. Okay, next. Last one for this one.
So you know, we did find some burnt material at the scenes that we're looking into right now. Couldn't tell what it was at first. You know anything about that?
No?
Right. Helpful, truthful as always.
I'm sorry, but that... Like... I can't stop tutting at their incompetence. One thing you have to remember with this case, and something I really don't like about this suspect, is how evasive he is the whole time. You don't say. Unfortunately, it's a recurrent theme in the case, complicating things for you. He did a short bid for perjury immediately after this, however, at the request of PLPD. I can see why. Perjury? What exactly... Misleading with his name? What did you get on perjury? And where are my photos? Where's the crime scene photos? Dude, Really? Where are crime scene photos? You can't expect me to live like this. Dude, send me the pictures. Okay, so out of interest, I don't think I'll find anything. For Kaylee? No, nothing. Hospital. Just put hospital first. Oh, really? Wow. This is so weird. I typed in survivor, right? Here we go. 2 more videos.
So no 911 call? Nothing like that I can listen to?
No, our offices were called here directly by a local witness.
And a call like that would be released later? Why can't I find it then? And why is his calls on his radio not being recorded?
And a call like that would be released later, most likely at your trial.
I just want to know why they think it was me.
By the looks of it, circumstantial evidence.
Oh yeah, the neighbor? Our sole witness.
Ruth.
Ruth Forsbrand.
Interesting.
Yeah, I suppose we could talk to her some more. We just got her statement at the scene, but she's more than happy to give us details of what she knows. Very cooperative. A little odd, but mostly harmless, I think. She's lived here forever. In fact, she even knew my parents. But she saw our man
Interesting.
Caleb walk out of the house at the crime scene. Let's get some more details from her.
So she saw it. Not the survivor. Hold on. What? So she identified it. She's the witness. It's not the survivor that's the witness. Nice. That's 3 suspects unlocked out of 5. Keep going. The case gets pretty weird. Well, if you know, why am I looking?